I love games and I always love to make one. I haven't tried before, but this time I'm going to make something different. I had read books, had programming experience, 2 years, and I had a huge desire to make something new. Focus on players and not on money like most of game devs do and big companies do. I thought like everyone else that I'm going to make another my Flappy Bird, make millions and make games after that like Skyrim and Witcher. So a couple of months ago I decided to create my dream game and this is what happened. So what is this game you're talking about, you might ask? My dream game was a mix of Clash of Clans, Monopoly, Plants vs Zombie and card collection game, basically the big games that I love to play and spend hours on it. I knew I was super ambitious, but after playing different games I never found something to make me have fun like those games, and naturally I thought I could somehow fuse them together and make a super fun game that you could game on years, on bathroom. Before I show you the final product, the final game, let me tell you a little story. In January of 2020, this year, for personal reasons I had to quit my job and put on pause my career. And since I had extra time, I decided to do something useful and something that has been in my mind for a couple of years. This idea is making a game as a living was stuck in my head for years, if not more, and I tried before and failed. As I started, Corona arrived and made those free times even longer, so I decided that this is the perfect time to try it again and make this time how it's supposed to do. Before I started my dream game, I knew I had to make a couple of prototypes, a list of things to make. That way I can learn new things that I will need for my new game and new things like I didn't use before, like maps, cards, UI, sounds. You get the idea. For this I selected Unity and naturally C# for its development, since you have a lot of YouTubers, Brackless and others that I follow that help me a lot, and shout out to them that make this possible. First I did tutorials and proof of concept of a couple of features I wanted the game to have, which is map generation and fight part, which in my opinion was difficult, and even if I had to do it again, it's still difficult. I created a couple of games meanwhile, doing the main one, not only to learn but also to see if it's possible. A couple of features might be good on paper, but in practice it's really hard. So I created Broad Procrastination. The reason I did these games was also to get me motivated, because just prototyping was making me tired and sad for not having something to show and to see after all those hours of hard work. Keep in mind that this is after 1 month of dev already. So most of the time I was just coding and visually not having something to show and to compare. Then I realized that I need some kind of audience, not just to sell my game, but also to get it known, since I didn't have money to do ads. I decided to create a YouTube channel and to create little episodes on how to make small games, with the objective to not only take some pause from the main game, but at the same time to get interesting people in the game. Realizing that it's not that simple to create a successful YouTube channel, I decided just to focus on finishing the main game. So I created a new project on my PC and started make those prototypes into the game fresh, because I did a lot of mistakes in the beginning. I had my main idea, but not all the specs were decided, since I still knew how to implement them or if I could or not do what I had in mind. And I was finishing at it and remove features that I realized it was too easy or too complicated to add to the game. Lots of things change, and if you ask me if the game is what I have in mind, the answer is no. But I had to adapt, and I promised myself that I will finish the project, even if it's a failure. So after 3 months of making it, I finished it. I created the YouTube trailer, I published it on Reddit, Instagram, Twitter, open test the game on Android, and what I feared the most happened. People didn't care too much. I got no attention at all, and the ones that I got, they were not surprised because of the huge amount of bugs that the game had. I spent days, if not weeks, not adding content at all. I was just fixing problems, bugs, and things that made the game unplayable after a while, especially performance. But not even that was enough. And with money ending, I knew I had to put the passion aside and look for work or something else to pay the bills. But I'm happy. I finished something I had dreamed to do. I learned a lot about gaming industry and about myself too. I push the limits and I did something that I'm proud of. So what's this game anyway? As I told before, this game's like Monopoly, where you build buildings on each tile. You have your characters that move on the board, and then when it stops on a building, it receives the resources, similar to Monopoly. The cool part is that each building influences other nearby buildings, like SimCity, and you can increase the size of the board and you put more buildings. Kind of like Clash of Clans, kinda. I also did a database for it, and with that you can random visit others' boards and steal the resources. Those resources are for upgrading buildings, building troops, kind of like in Clash of Clans. White troops, well, like I said, it has also the fight part, and that the fight part, it's you attacking and defending against orcs, like in Plants vs Zombies, where you don't allow the orcs, or in this case the zombies, to get on your side, your territory. Those troops are generated, since I had this in mind to create not only the board generated but also the troops. So a lot of troops I don't even know what is possible. I get surprised each time I play it. The way you get these troops and buildings is by chest. Each time you win a fight or defend successfully a fight, you get a reward, and with that reward you get new troops, new building that you can build on your board, troops that you can increase and use them strategically. These chests are not pay to win. They're not there for you to spend your card. They're there to make you have fun and get all these what if I get the best card in the game. So what's the conclusion? Game dev is not easy at all. From my understanding, it's one of the most hard works to do, at least as a living. It requires creativity, commitment, dedication, and will to finish those projects that you have in mind. After making these games, I realized that I did too much mistakes in the beginning, and that was what reduced the chances of my passion being my job. I'm proud of surprising my limits by learning game dev and actually making something that I really wanted to do. I can say that I didn't just thought about making something, I actually made something I thought, and it might not reach success story, but I loved these months and this learning process. My dream is to make game development as a job, but till then I will find something to pay the bills, and meanwhile do games on YouTube in the free time. This time smaller games and funnier videos I will try. This time smaller games and funnier videos. The point of this video is to send a message to people that is trying to build something like me, and the message is don't give up and try to be better than yesterday. If you like this video and want to show support, I have my Patreon page, and if you want to share memes with me, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. For those interested in learning game dev, I will also be streaming on Twitch, where you can join me and ask me questions, or you can also watch what I do and make suggestions if you want. Don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe for new incoming videos. Building the those resources are for like in Clash of Clans. If you like this video and want to show support, If you like this video for this